Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Javrik Together, your go-to podcast for the stories, legends, and leaders who make their star-stable community what it is. Bold, creative, and completely one of a kind. Today's episode is all about someone who's taken the in-game experience and turned it into something much, much bigger. Her name, Grace Nightcloud, but in community, she's known simply as Night. Hello, Night.
Hi! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
First of all, I want to say thank you so much for taking your time and coming to Javik Together. I'm so happy that you are here. Welcome.
You're welcome. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm at a loss for words.
I mean, I know you are probably a busy lady, you own a really successful club, but I first want to, start this podcast with, I want to learn something about you. Basically, can you please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about you?
Yeah, do you want like in real life, SSO, both?
You can, however you want.
Okay, so hi, I'm Knight. I've been playing Star Stable since 2016. I think I was around I'm not even gonna guess my age, but I was young. Let's just say that. I've owned a lot of clubs in the past. They were all actually chat commanded until this one. And I own, I think almost 300 horses in this game. It's a little...
Oh my god.
It's a problem.
You're healing your inner childhood, okay? That's just my way.
No,
of...
honestly, no, I am. 300 is a little excessive.
Yeah.
I'm in high school. I mean, I graduate in less than 2 weeks, which is great. I'm finally done with high school. I really want to go into possibly freelance or equine photography as a major in college, or study abroad, as I said. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. I literally always hang around Steve's on this game. You'll literally see me at
like
Steve's,
everyone else,
24/7. Yeah, like everybody else.
Yeah.
Just standing around, because there's not much to do on this game.
And being just Africa.
Yeah, no, I'm just AFK and I'm just chilling, and then everyone comes up to me and I'm like, I don't need to really say hi sometimes, but I will.
I mean, you left out one of the biggest things because that I invited you here, that you are the creator of Sunforce. Guys, do you actually know what kind of club that is? They have over 20,000 followers, which is, girl, I'm sorry, but oh my god, that is insane. That is
okay. I actually didn't mean to leave that part out. It's early for me, but
yeah, it's 9 or 10 at her. Yeah,
it's 10 o'clock in the morning.
She had to wake up for my podcast, so
No, I literally got up, turned on my light, turned on my computer, and got on my desk.
Yeah, she was like, "Give me 20 minutes, okay, girl? 20 minutes."
Yeah, no, okay, I'll mention that. My bad. So yeah, I just own.
You just own. Okay.
But I feel like if you say my name, people can look me up and then see it. So I was giving them the chance and curiosity.
Okay, I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Building suspense.
But okay, Night. Okay, wait. Should I address you as Night, right, or Grace?
Yeah.
By the way, Night. Why Night?
Yeah.
How did you get Night nickname?
Okay, so this is gonna sound really cringe, but my first nickname when I was really young and I was in clubs was Cloudy.
Okay.
And I really doesn't that sound so weird? It sounds so 9-year-old me. So because I wanted to do either in my nickname, so I wanted to have because Night Cloud, I wanted to either do Cloudy or Night at the time.
Yeah.
Not at the time, but at the time I was really young, and I was like, "Oh, Cloudy sounds great." I'm like, "No, not now."
Yeah.
Not now. So I guess I just changed it to Night because I thought that was it sounded more formal.
Yeah, it looks so mysterious, Night. I had people in my DMs, "Oh, it's Night coming. I'm like, "Yeah, she's coming." And then I was like, "Okay, I need to ask you about your nickname because I love it."
I feel like you can do your first SSO name if you want, if it's that nice, but Grace is my in real life name, so I don't want people calling me my main real life name on this game. So
Yeah, of
like,
course.
I just do Knight. I'm like, please call me Knight. Like, I understand, but like, please.
No. It's really cool. I love it.
I wanted to tell you, you know, really funny. What's really funny is my club always says to me, they're like, some of my members, like when they come, like for the first time, they're like, Knight. I'm like, oh no, what? And they're like, you know, you own like a sun-themed dressage club, and your nickname is Knight. I'm like, yeah.
I actually wanted to tell that as well, basically. You know, make it make
Whatever.
sense, right?
It doesn't, but we try. Like it literally does not make any sense, but it's fine.
No, I love it. I mean, it looks cool. You know, it looks cool.
I'll be like, I'm just cool like that. It's just Knight, and then like the club's all yellow and bright theme.
Yeah.
And here's me.
I also really wanted to say that, like, you have a sun-themed club, but your nickname is Knight. Okay.
No, it's so funny. It's so
No,
funny.
it is, but okay, it's okay. I mean, I love that. I love it, and I love the nickname Knight.
Yeah, no, I'm not offended by it at all. It's just funny.
Okay, I want to return a little bit to your club. How? Like, tell me the story, okay? I want to hear entire story about how did you create your club. Okay, let's talk about Sunforce, not other clubs. Like,
Right.
yeah, everything.
Okay, so in like 2000, I'll give like a yearly. I think it was in like 2017, 2018. I owned a few successful like chat commanded dressage clubs. Like they were all chat commanded because I don't think Discord was like very much popular. For SSO at the
It
time.
wasn't.
Yeah. And I owned this. My home server's always been Night Sprinkles. Like I think that's the first one that I've ever like. I landed on Night Sprinkles. You know, like I moved servers a little bit through my years, but then I came back because I was like, I just miss it. So. Back then, I would, for some reason, little old me, okay, I would make a club. It would be very successful, and then I feel like, I owned one of them for like over a year, but like then I disbanded because I wanted a break, and that's like, you know, when SF came along after. But during the time, like I still have old pictures on like my old laptop of like my old clubs and stuff I used to own, and they were all like pretty much like what a few of them skyrocketed. Like a few of them were like, oh, this is like so much fun, like I love doing this. And like for some reason, like I would just get people, like I would get like the best people in like those chat commander dressage clubs. And then after I took small break, I think I disbanded that club, moved servers for a little bit with an old friend of mine because I was like, I wanted to just get out of Night Sprinkles for a bit. Came back with another old friend of mine who doesn't play the game anymore, but she was like literally in all my clubs. Like I don't think I would ever have made, like I would have made another club
if it
like,
wasn't for her.
She was with me like we would go to clubs like together. Like we were in Shadow Roses together back in 2017, and me and the owner are like really, really good friends.
She was your go-to club friend.
Like she would follow me, like we would follow each other everywhere, and like she would be in all my chat commander dressage clubs that I owned and stuff like that. So I don't really remember like how it came around, but I was just like, okay, I just want a new club. Like I just want to try owning again. Like I really, it's been a break for a while and I just want to try it again. So we went to like, you know, the club naming thing.
Yeah.
And again, this was all chat. So like we never called. So like this was all like in say chat or like friend chat.
And wait, that was like a long time ago, right? Your club is pretty old now, right?
Yeah, this was in 2019.
Okay.
Like
so,
almost like 5 years ago. I was looking at names, and I don't like, this is the only thing that I like physically remember, but I always wanted either like a forest themed club. So originally, actually,
I saw that on your writing thing when you when you post. Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I have like a backup outfit and I've always had like a backup plan, like not that I'll need it, but like it's I feel like it's so much fun. Like if I ever made a team, if I had time, I think they would be that outfit and that color. But I've always wanted like a dark green brownish outfit, so I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I'll do this. And then I was like, no, like I feel like I need to do something else that like no one, because like there was a lot of like, I feel like a lot of green clubs, you know, you see them a lot. And I was like, no, I think I want something else. So as someone who's like, I've been through like a lot of like mental health stuff in my early years. So I was like, at the time I was like, oh my gosh, like I feel like I want something to resemble like hope and like positive, and like that you just look at the club and you're like, oh my god, like that's like what I want to be a part of. Like that's a safe space. Like that's something that I want to be a part of that community, because I feel like in the moment, like I feel like someone who doesn't want to be a part of like in real life family problems and stuff can come to this club and come to
Yeah, of
this game
course,
and
of
come to this
course.
community and be like, oh my gosh, like I've like they saved my life. Like I feel like I want something like that. So I was like, oh my gosh, like that's such a good idea. So I was like, first of all, like there wasn't many sun themed anything at the time in 2019. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. So originally we were actually debating on either I don't think Sun Force was actually an option. Like I don't think we ran into it first thought. The first thought was sun castles, like a cool beach
Ah,
themed,
yeah, 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 yeah. But I like
yeah.
Sunforce a lot more.
Yeah. No, because I was
Yeah,
like, oh, do I want to go with like a nice theme? Like sun castles would have been super cute. Like we would
yeah,
have
yeah.
probably done like a light yellow. But then I think we just stumbled on like the force name, and I was like, okay, like maybe like we'll sound really like heroic and stuff,
And
but we'll mean
powerful,
something different.
powerful.
Like yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah,
powerful
yeah.
and like mean something different. I feel like it was a lot. There wasn't really much thinking of going into it. When I saw the force and like the third name, I just like it was
Yeah.
out of my head. I was like, oh, like this sounds so like unique at the time.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
was
I
like,
mean,
oh
it's
my
still
gosh.
unique.
Yeah, and I'm happy that I went with like a two-letter word name instead of a third. Like I feel like back then, like if I did a third, like it would have ended up differently. Like the choices that you make is like it's so weird. Like how like if I made Sun Castles, like what do you think would have happened? Then after we made it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like I think it would like something's bound to happen, like bound to happen. So my friend who was with me, like through my all clubs, like she joined. She was the first person to join. I made her a leader right away because little old me, I
Yeah,
was
of
14.
course. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, oh my gosh, like she's been here for me like through my whole journey. So we just like it's so weird because people think that like the way that I grew SF was like such like in a unique way, but literally what I did is like I advertised literally as anybody else would like back then.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
would go in global like maybe 3 times a day and advertise us, and then anyone that would say son would like get an interview and stuff, and then like it was so simple back then, like with the chat and stuff.
And it was. I think there weren't that many clubs as they were
No,
today. I think they
I think
before there were like few like really big clubs. I don't know. You remember like, oh, this is big club, this is big club, but like
mhm.
I think today everyone creates clubs. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
also like that. I also created my club a few months ago, but like I
Uh-huh.
know that today I see in global when I play every
Mhm.
day I see different
Yeah.
club. I'm not kidding. And I'm talking with my friend like last time I was like, girl, when did they create that club? When did they create, it's every day there's like 5 new clubs.
Yeah, no, I feel like because a lot of like I feel like because starting early, like I feel like that gives you the benefit of the doubt. Like it was so much easier back then. Like now I feel really bad for some people who like ask me for advice because like even though I give it to them, like it might not be the same.
It's different. Time is changing constantly in this game.
Oh yeah, right? I know.
I also think the community. I mean, I've seen it all, girl. I'm player. I started playing this game in 2014, so you believe me, I've seen
Yeah.
everything. No, I genuinely think that also community was more supportive than it is now. Like maybe
Oh
I'm
yeah,
mistaken,
for sure.
maybe, but I think that today a lot of big clubs, I'm not saying like not pointing finger at any club right now. I mean, I love meeting clubs and everything, but as I've heard from players, that I think a lot of big clubs are also toxic.
Yeah. No, there's like there's a lot that like go behind the scenes. Like you never know because they don't like speak up about it. Like obviously they don't want to because like you have such a reputation on social media. I don't know if you ask me about social media later, but I'll get to the topic
Yeah,
of
yeah.
like you need like you're so hooked to like being perfect on social media that like I struggled with that a lot. And now, like, I'm still in a routine. Like, I have to be in a routine. So, like, if we don't post every 3 days, I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
anxious and I get worried that, like, oh my gosh, like, is something gonna happen and stuff. But then when I take a break, I'm like, oh, nothing happened. Like,
It's
it's
like a
fine.
gift and a curse, right?
Yeah,
To be
right.
honest. Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
you wanna continue, but like you don't, like you wanna go on a break because like in Europe, when I was in Europe, I'm like, oh my gosh, am I gonna take a break? And I did a little bit, but I was like, it's such like in a routine, like I'm such an everyday thing that I'm like, oh my gosh, if I go out of this routine, like I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like
No,
it
I
feels
think
so weird.
we people are currently obsessed with social media. Like that is a sad truth.
100%.
Yeah, I'm obsessed as well. Like don't get me wrong. Like everyone, I think every I'm not gonna say kid, but basically everyone who is, I don't know, in their 20s, in their, I don't know, teen years, blah blah blah. Like I think genuinely we are so obsessing over social media, and wow, what if someone unfollows us? Oh my god, we have, you know, our how many followers we have, or how many likes we got, or, and I think clubs and people compare a lot, you know, themselves with other people.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like it's crazy.
Yeah, so but I don't think that like something will happen if you don't post in 3 days, because
Oh,
as I
for
said,
sure.
your club has, I mean 20,000 followers, girl.
Yeah, no,
Can we?
nothing happened.
Yeah,
Nothing
yeah,
happened.
yeah. But like, can we talk a little bit about that? Like, what that means to you, bro? Like 20,000 followers.
It's like it's surreal because I think about it and I'm like, if I possibly, like, I'm not trying, I promise you, like what I'm about to say might sound so wrong, but I promise you I'm not trying to be greedy. But I'm like, oh my gosh, like in like let's just say a year and a half or like a year from now, it depends. You never know what happens. Like we could hit 25, we could hit 30, like that.
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
That would be like surreal, like crazy. And I feel like I don't want to keep this club around just for gaining followers. Like I
Yeah,
love
of
still
course.
doing it. Like I love, like right now we're on like a hiatus because of school. But like after that, I'm like, oh my gosh, I want to get like back into, you know, running events and my staff helping me out and stuff. Like I feel like because we hit 10K like a year, like no, 2 years ago, and then we hit, you know, the 10K more just like a few months ago.
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
I think it was before. Actually, I think it was right before New Year's. I think we hit it on. I don't know. I forgot. I knew we wanted to reach a goal for New Year's, but I forgot what it was. I don't know when we hit it. I kind of forgot. I'm not really. We hit it a few months ago, I think. Like at that moment, I was like, oh my gosh, like 10K was crazy, but like 10 more, like
Yeah,
it was
it's
just like
insane.
it was just like, oh my gosh, is this really like my life? Like, is this really my life on social, like on a pony game? Like my life, like outside this game is like so different. Like I'm in a routine in real life and stuff. And like when I come home, I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do this too. It's like, there's so much to do. Hitting like 20K, I think was like, I mean, everything that we hit is like such a milestone to me. Cause I'm like, oh my gosh, that's just like one more number closer to what we could hit.
Yeah,
Like it's just
yeah, yeah.
one more follower close to like what we could accomplish. And like 20K was absolutely like crazy. I was like screaming to the top of my lungs. I was like, oh my god. And I ran, like I think I told my mom, and I was like, oh my gosh, mom, like I like
Yeah,
we hit
yeah.
20K. And she was like, oh my gosh, because she's been like my one of my biggest supporters like since she found out about my club. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe this. And it's so funny because she'll tell her friends like, oh my gosh,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
daughter owns like this club. I'm like, mom, please stop. I mean, it's not a bad thing. It's just like, oh my gosh.
So I think that
No,
is a huge milestone.
I think it's crazy because I just sometimes I think to myself like, I don't know, majority of I don't know if the player count has gone up or down from this game since I looked up like how many people play it, but I think around like, I'm just gonna range from like 4 to 6 million people play this game.
Yeah, yeah.
And like to think about myself being like, oh my gosh, like I'm one of like in the world, like it's absolutely
Yeah, I mean
insane. Like just
your club, and the other club, Elite is what is it?
Elite
Elite,
Roses,
yeah, Elite Roses.
Elite
Okay.
Roses Circle, yeah.
Yeah, you two are like I think currently the biggest clubs in the whole community. Am I right?
I think so. I mean, the other ones like Terrific Tigers, Pink Queens, Legacy, they're very well known. But I mean, like Instagram wise, yes.
No,
But
Instagram wise. I'm talking
well
Instagram wise.
known,
Yes.
like there's so many. But like to have that amount of like
Yeah.
following compared to like how many people play this game, it's like one of the biggest accounts, and it's crazy. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like how did this? I
Okay,
don't
but I
understand.
have like one question now. While we
Yeah.
talk, while are we talking about that? So basically, so as you said now, you have clubs that are very well known, but how come that your club has so much more followers than other clubs and they're also really like well known? Is it like some kind of a trick? Or I mean, I know it's not a trick, but you know what I mean. Like, how did you manage to get
Yeah.
so many followers? And as you said, you are also very known, but you have a million other very, very known clubs.
I mean, like at the time, like I think back in like 2020, 2021, I think that was like the start where like Instagram was like, I was like, okay, so like I started posting like, because if you scroll down like all the way down to our Instagram, like our first post was when we had our 6-month event, and it was back in like 2020. Yeah, 2020. And like, as you can tell, like as we kept posting and stuff, like the likes would get like a little bit higher and stuff. I just think I wish I'd like say like how, because like to me what I did is I just kept, no matter how bad the posts and the editing that I did on freaking PixArt were bad those years ago. Like I think I just kept posting. Like we didn't post often, but I think we posted enough on Instagram at that time for people to realize like, oh, this club is gonna maybe be around for like another year or so. So like I think they followed us to like continue our journey, because at the time we were like so tiny. I will give it to myself. I don't know what my little self was doing with like the comments for applying to people and stuff, but like, everyone's like a little cringe like when they're first on social
Yeah,
media,
of
because I had
course.
no idea what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I think it was just because like I would just post. Like we wouldn't post like very often, but we'd post often enough that like, oh, we would get like a little bit of attention here and there, and then a little more of attention here and there. But I think because like when we switched our theme and got a few editors back in like 2022, we had like one of our first editors who like edited our like old theme, but she's not around anymore. She would help us out a lot by like editing our posts and stuff and all that, because to me I was like, oh my gosh, maybe sticking to a theme would be more beneficial than like not having a theme at all and just posting random content. So
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like, and we also like when we hit 10K and stuff like that. I don't know when I started to do the partner giveaways, but I did the partner giveaways because like also to help us in the matter back then, but now I do them because like other people want followers and stuff for their account to get noticed and stuff, so it's mostly for them. Like it's always going to be for the people who enter something, including me. Like I'll
Okay,
pitch in
so
star
wait,
coins
you do
like
a
for
lot
myself,
of
but
a
like,
lot of collab like giveaways.
well, I used to, but now like I started to die down because I'm also spending my own money for them, like for a pitch in. So
Yeah, of
like
course.
it depends, like when I have the money and I have the time, but like other people are like, oh my gosh, you're gonna do another partner giveaway soon, and I was like, it depends when I can buy myself the pitch in star coins as well, because I also need a pitch in now. It's like it's not the same anymore. Like I used to do it for the benefit of the doubt because everybody else would pitch in something, but then I realized like that doesn't look right on my part, and I didn't pitch in something. So I was like, that doesn't look right. So I was like, I'm gonna close it for a few months, come back and be like, okay, I'm pitching in something, but then obviously everybody else has to pitch in something. But the partner giveaways didn't really do much for us. Like they would get us maybe like 100, but like they didn't do much to help. But I think because like we just like switching to our new theme, like I think we switched like over 3 years ago, to like the more brighter feed and like the more bright concept of like what people would see on the account is like it was so bland, like back then, like back like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, because I didn't really have like a set mindset of like, oh, like I don't know what I'm doing. But then once like I asked a few editors around, I'm like, hey, like can you like edit for us? We're small, but like yeah. So I think the thing is like because of how early we started, I really think that helped us out in a way. But it's so hard to say like how we did it because I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
there is
really,
not,
like,
there is not like a selected strategy.
no.
Of course, of course. I'm amazed, basically, as I said, that you are very well known, but like, I don't know, 20K, I think a lot of club owners dream about that, basically. Like, I mean, not just club owners, everyone, basically. So I think I mean, congratulations. Hey,
Yeah, thank you. No,
congratulations.
I just wish that I could like give a more explanation, but like
No, I mean, you can't. That was basically a blank question, you know. But I don't
no,
know.
you're okay.
Yeah, I just wanted to, ask if there maybe were like a strategy, or was, maybe, I don't know, was aware of a strategy.
Well,
But yeah. Okay, so basically, yeah, you said that there weren't like a selected strategy. So basically, it happened naturally.
yeah, like I would just advertise when I could, and then people would notice, and then it just went from there. Like I kept sharing communities posts, like, but I think people need to like also realize like it doesn't, like it took so much time.
Yeah, of
Like
course.
you
I
have to
think
have
it's
so
a
much
chore.
patience.
It's a chore.
It is at this point. No, I feel like it was, but at the same time, I wanted, in my mind, I really wanted like another successful club when I created SF, and I was like, oh my gosh, is this going to be it? Because you know, when I had the other old ones, I was like, okay, like something like must be happening because that chat commanded dressage clubs, I would have 30 members or more like 2 weeks. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I think something like is happening. So I just like, I wanted to take the leap of faith and be like, I'm starting again. I just did the natural strategies that anyone would do. I just advertised and posted and
Wait,
on Instagram.
and did other clubs help you, or advertise, or you?
Like on
Oh, it did.
Instagram, I don't know who was like, I know Metal Queens, I don't know if you know them, they were around then. Dangerous Sisters was,
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Terrific Tigers came in like early to 2020, but they were all growing, so like they couldn't really, they were probably in the same boat, so we were just all our like own little circle doing our own thing. So like not really, but like I feel like on Instagram, because like there was so many clubs in other regions, like Jupiter Mustangs, I don't know what they're on. They're on like I don't know what server they're on, but they're like another region, and they've been around for I think 11 years. Like they've been around since 2013, and they were kind of popular. I don't really remember how popular they were, but like I would share their posts, they would share ours. Like we would just like not go back and forth, but like on a
Yeah, I
kind of
get
a
it. I get
normal
it.
basis. But I would just share other communities' posts, because if you do that, like sometimes they'll like see your account, and it would just go from there. Like I think because Instagram wasn't that well known for Star Stable at the time, like there wasn't that many accounts. I just did my best to like put myself out there like the best I could.
Wait, was there a specific like edit? I mean, not edit, like post or a reel that you posted that went viral, maybe, and then by that you got like also followers, or?
Yeah, so I don't know if you could probably look for it. It's like you have to scroll a little bit down, but it was like back in 2000. It was a few years ago. It was the one where we had our Frisians, the chestnut ones. So like the Frisians came out I think in 2021, 2022. I don't know. The Generation 3 ones, the new ones that we just got. Like, and we've had those horses. We had those horses for our main horses for I think 3 years, like on the dot, and then we changed a few months after that. And it was this one post where it was during Halloween, and we were running through like I got a picture of them like running through like South Hoof, and I told my editor at the time, who doesn't really edit anymore, to put like just wow me, like put something in the sky that would like just make people like want to stop and look. And so she put the Pegasus in the sky, and I think that like even if it was edited in, she like edited a little bit, like it came off from, she gave credits to like where it was from and stuff, so we wouldn't get like bashed. I think it got like it got over 1,000 likes at the time, so like that was I think a lot.
Yeah, of course.
I should probably go see how many I can see how many profile views like our post got now, because Instagram's so like advanced now.
Yeah.
But that one was definitely one. I couldn't. I think we did like a lot of spacebar ones helped us too, like a lot of just spacebar photos. Like I feel like they also helped, but like that one with like the horse in the sky and stuff like really got us like noticed at the time.
Okay. I also really wanted to ask this. Did you had any collabs with other clubs? Like, collab events, collab, like maybe that in that way you could also be a little bit more known to the community.
So we had when Quinn Ponylark, who owned Metal Queens back then, we were good friends. Like we would chat on mail and stuff. And then when she had her YouTube channel, we would we knew each other before. Like our clubs were like buddies, but like we were on Night Sprinkles, they were on Hazy Galaxy. So like when we got applications, a lot of them were stuck on Hazy and they didn't want to move off because Hazy was always full. So we would move sometimes to Hazy Galaxy for the month just until it would not be closed anymore.
Yeah, I get it.
So like if people wanted to come back and switch off, they could. So I think she did a video with us one time, but she had like 7K on YouTube and stuff, and that like our Instagram was already like a little bit, well, I don't really remember. It's hard to remember. I think we had like 6K back then. But we were still growing. So I think her YouTube's helped a lot because I would go to her meet and greets, like just because like I wanted to support her and her club.
Yeah, of course.
Not because I wanted clout or anything, but we would she would film. I think one of them she filmed was when we moved to Hazy because of applicants, and we like did a champ together and stuff, and it's in there somewhere. And yeah, it was just super fun. Like that's the only collab we basically did. Like it's so hard to remember like back then like what we did.
Yeah,
I think that
okay.
We did a few with them, and then we did one with Sea Vikings like a few years ago, but we were like also like our Instagram was at 7K or something. So like we would do, and then I went to a clinic for TT. I taught them. This was like, oh gosh, like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. So it was like a long time ago. But now for collabs, like we're so busy right now. Like I'm so busy that I don't have time to do collabs with other clubs, but I really want to. Like hopefully during the summertime, it would be really fun. But during then, like no, we didn't really have many collabs like back then. I think we just I think I just advertised on Instagram and we would go from there.
And wait, on what server are you now? Your club and you?
We officially moved to Hazy Galaxy a few days ago.
Oh yeah, I saw that story. Okay.
Yeah, but we've been on Hazy for like a few months, like trying it out because I realized that none of the other servers like were like, they weren't busy, they were like kind of dead. So like I wanted a server that was like not too busy but not too dead. So we just thought Hazy was a better choice. So we've been on Hazy for a few months, and then I'm like, guys, we're not finding like anything else. Should we just stay on Hazy? They're like, sure. I'm like, okay.
So wait. You move servers basically, what, out of boredom or what? Why?
Yeah, like we were on Night Sprinkles for like over 2.5 years, 3 years. Like we were on it for like a long time because, well, we were there since like we got created. So like we never really moved. The only time we moved to Hazy Galaxy was for like applicants if we needed to. And so we were like, oh my gosh, like Night Sprinkles has been our home server for like so long. I guess we just wanted to change. So I looked at a few servers, but then I was like, I always would come back to Hazy. Like when when we were on Night Sprinkles, I would always like come and like people watch over here because like it was so much fun.
Yeah.
And I just feel like because it's busy enough, but it's not overly busy like Nightstar that like will lag you, and like there's not many hackers. Like hackers is like filled with like Quake Valley on like the UK servers and stuff.
Yeah,
I
saw that.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we just made we were on Hazy for a few months, but we just made the final decision like a month ago maybe. I didn't release it to the public yet.
Wait, you said we made a decision. Who is we?
I asked like the whole club because we moved there.
Okay,
like,
but like, do you have like helpers or you do stuff alone? Like, do you have your you probably have leaders, instructors, all that people.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, I just call them like a high rank team. Like I don't really give them a name or anything. I mean, you can call them staff or like something, but like I call them like just my high ranks, like staff team. I have 2 leaders right now because if we have any more, we would have like over like 10 on staff, and we don't need that.
Oh, okay.
I have Bucky and Pearl as my leaders, and then we just had our riding instructors like officially. We have 4 riding instructors, and then we have 2 event managers. I think that's it. And then we also have people on like attendance, but they're like just attendance.
Okay.
So we have people on like the strike chart attendance. So I think we have a total of like 10 or not like range from like 8 to 12 on staff.
So they help you a lot.
Yeah, they help me a lot. It depends like what I need them for. Like obviously riding instructors and leaders, like I need them a lot, and
Yeah,
event managers, but like the attendants and stuff, like I need them too, because like they need to keep track of like who's been here, who hasn't.
Yeah, of course, of course. Wait. Do you deal with inactivity while we talk about that?
Oh yeah, like I mean everybody does.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Right now
I know.
we're on right now we're on like a break because like I have to finish school. Everyone's finishing school. I probably have to like remove some people, unfortunately, but like it happens. But we've gone through it. Like it's not like a new thing. People like don't, because of our Instagram posts. Like I'll tell you right now, they're old. So like right now, photos that we have are like from maybe like 3 weeks ago, a month, 2 months ago. But I don't. No one needs to know. No one knows. But now they do. Because I just want to be in a cycle. Like if I don't have something to post, I'm like, I go a little bit like I get nervous. I think it's just like an OCD thing because I'm like such in like a routine. Yeah, we go through inactivity like every few months. It just depends. Like when people are getting back in school, like it's always there. And then when people have the summer coming up, it's always then. And then during the middle of the school year, like in
when the grades are and everything.
Yeah, like January through March. It's like hard. But obviously when we get trials and stuff, it's like, oh my gosh, like new people, like I'm so excited, and then people get excited and come off break and stuff for them. And then when that's over with, some of them like be like, oh, I have to go on break now. Like that's fine because you came off break when the trials were here. Like that's what we care about. We want you to meet them and stuff, just so like you aren't like a ghost to them, like when they join because you've been on break. Yeah, we go through inactivity, but like it's not something that like is rare.
Yeah, of course. But like maybe some people would think, oh my god, bigger clubs don't deal with that and everything. So I was like, okay, I had to ask you if you also deal with that, because I think every club deals with that. But yeah, I think people like really wanted to know that, and maybe it was good to hear that for them, basically.
Yeah, no, like everybody goes through it. I think it's a lot more common than people think.
And wait, how many active members have you got?
Like a majority basis, or like when we have inactivity? Like,
let's say on events, usually how many people come?
When we have trials and like after trial graduation and like when people aren't busy, we have to split the lines.
Oh my god.
I think we have like 25 to 35 come for practices because they're all ranked. So like we don't split the ranks anymore for dressage levels. So when we do, we usually have to like split the lines, and like we would take like 2 separate calls, or like we would do off rail because we don't know what to do. And then when we're on break, it's hard to like teach in practice because not everybody's there. So like we have to renew like everything and go like over what we missed, like what people missed.
Okay.
So, like it's not a bad thing, but like the instructors are like used to doing that. We always have to like make everyone's brains clear that like this is what we worked on, here's how you do it, and then we go to something new. For inactivity now, we're not really doing much. Like we have still events, but like people come who like can come, and the people who can't, like they're on break or like they have school. Like it's just like right now it's like a downtime.
Okay.
When downtime's over, we'll just be like, okay, we're back. Like,
and wait, how often do you have your applications open? Actually, do you open applications?
That kind of varies, but I would say every like 4 to 6 months we open, so maybe like 3 times a year. So like 2 to 3 times a year. So like we're not open very often. Like people think we open very often, but we don't. Like it just really depends on the year, and like depends like how busy people's schedules gets and stuff, because like we can't really control that.
Yeah, of course.
But we do recommendations like inside the club for like members only. So sometimes we don't open apps because we already have recommendations in like their trials, and we just don't tell anybody. So obviously people see it, but they're like, oh, how did these guys get in? I'm like, you just have to be good friends with like a member of the club, and then you go from there. The the recommendation batch is only like 5 to 6 people compared to like when we open apps, there's like 15 to 20. So it's a lot different.
Walk me through the whole process of, let's say that I want to apply to your club, and then I send the applications, and if I get accepted, like what is the whole process of that?
Yeah. Okay. So obviously we open them. Actually, that's really funny because we have like the whole joining process. I wrote it out in our open server, so like people can read that. But like I think it's a lot easier and faster if I like explain it, because then you got to read the whole thing.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, we open and you like apply. So when like you apply and stuff, like, I'm such a person that like when you apply, like, I want to know everything about you. Like, not everything about you, but like,
No, but I mean, you're kind of accepting someone into your,
yeah,
home, basically. I mean, that is
yeah.
your
So
home, kind of.
I don't want to like just invite someone who like doesn't put in detail, like doesn't show that like they're actually interested.
Mhm.
So when people ask like, oh, how much detail should we write? Because like I made sure on the Google form that there's no word limit. So like you could go for hours and hours and hours
Mhm.
if you want.
Mhm.
So when we open applications, we usually keep them open for like 2 weeks because it gives people the time to like write in a Google Doc, like
Yeah,
to
yeah,
apply
yeah, of
and
course.
like think out their questions because I think the application has like 30 questions,
Mhm.
so like it takes a while. And when they ask like, oh, how detailed should we be, like it's really funny because we made this like inside joke of like, oh, like you're applying for like Harvard University, like
Oh,
you're
yeah,
applying for
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
you're applying to like something that like you want to put like detail in because
Yeah,
everyone who
of
gets into
course.
Harvard has to put hard work and dedication in.
Yeah, of
So we're
course.
like, oh, you're applying to like FF, aka Harvard, and we're like, you just gotta like try your best, like put in the work, put in the
Mhm.
effort to show that like, oh, you really want to stay long term, oh, you really want to be in this club and stuff like that. So people have told me like how many words they've written and stuff like that doesn't matter to me. I just like words don't matter. I just want to see like you write like essays, like
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
because
get
like it
it.
shows like even if it's tiring, like I just want people to see like, oh, they're putting in the dedication, oh, they really want to be here, like they really want to put in the time and effort to like be in this club.
No,
And
but as I said, it's your home, kind of. I mean, that is your friends, that is your people, your community, and of course, you don't want, some, I don't know, some person who look. I know a lot of people is dying to get to your club, like in your club, no, get to your club,
yeah,
but
yeah,
in your club.
it's not the
So
first time.
yeah, basically people are dying, oh my god, I want to be in some force and all that. So basically you need to have open space for those people who actually, want to come and actually write an essay, and you don't want that people who are just like, yeah, I'm this and this, my name is that and that, I'm this and this, that's it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, basically, so
And
I
it's
completely agree.
because like sometimes we get like a really good amount like of applicants and we're like, oh my gosh, like we can't accept all of them because of space.
How many people does apply? Let's say you open applications, and usually per like every, I don't know, when you open applications, like how many people applied?
So for like the school months, I think the last time that I think we opened, I don't even remember the last time we opened them. February, January, I think. I think we got around like 80 to 90.
Oh.
It's because like people were like, they're busy. And then in the
What
summer
the
months
hell?
we get around like 150 to 190 in the
In
summer
one,
months. So it's like,
so in 2 weeks you get
yeah,
100. What?
sometimes we open them like a little bit longer because it's the summer months and
No, that's
but like
crazy.
because we close them like after 2 weeks, it's like we sometimes get too many. I'm like, I don't know what to do.
Oh
So
my
like
god, that's crazy.
it's not because like people didn't put in work, it's because like we don't have the space. Like
Yeah, of course.
I really wish that Star Stable will at least do like maybe like 60 people like, in the
Yeah.
club. Like you can pick the amount, but like that's understandable because you can't see more than like 50 players at once. I don't know. But
What the hell? 100 more. Oh my god. No, 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 no. I didn't. Like, I would. Before you answered, I was like, okay, she's gonna answer me with, like, I don't know, maybe 80, 70. And she's like, no, no, we get like 150. And I'm like, what the f? Bro. No, that is huge. Wow.
it depends. It really depends on like the month and like when people are free. But like now,
So on the bad,
because
wait. On the bad month, you get, I don't know, 70 applications.
yeah, like 70 to 90
Oh my
applications for like the
God.
bad ones. But the problem is like because like this is no problem. I meant to say like because there's other clubs now that are popular and people want to join. Like it's a little bit less, but that's fine. Like I don't care.
I mean, you
Like, I
get,
could care
oh, you will
less.
get maybe 70 and not 80,
Yeah, yeah, right. Like
Oh
maybe
my-
just 10 less.
Yeah, yeah. She doesn't care.
Yeah, I literally could care less. But the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
is like people are so upset that they don't get in. And I'm like guys, like listen, it's because of space. Like
Yeah.
like your application might have been so good, like off the charts, and like we really wanted to accept you, but like
Yeah, but we can't,
just
yeah,
couldn't.
yeah.
Like we
Yeah,
can't.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
it's and then like I tell them, I'm like, please like try again because the next round like will automatically put you on a spot because we wrote your name down.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you want, just apply again, and then once we see our name, it'll be like, oh, they applied last time. we couldn't get them in because of space, and then we put them on the list. Like,
Wait, so I'm sorry that if I'm interrupting.
yeah.
I just wanted to ask, like, how do you see if, I mean, okay, of course you said that the application needs to impress you, but how many people decides who wants, I mean, who you accept in the club? Is it just you or your team stuff or?
So me, Pearl, and Bucky read them like together, so it's just us three. We were gonna decide whether to do like the whole club, but I don't think we're gonna do that. Probably just for Rex, but like we don't know because it's like would be chaotic and everyone would get an opinion, which is fine. But it's just me, Bucky, and Pearl who read them. And well, sometimes I have to read them by myself. Like, this is really funny. I was at school one time, and this is like, oh gosh, a year and a half ago. And I was like, okay, since none of them are busy, like their applications literally are closed, and we need to get them out in like a day, because like we like to get them out like as soon as possible because everyone's like anxious. And I think I read like 120 in like an hour and a half, like by myself. And I was like, okay, like I gotta lock in. So I locked in and read all of them in like an hour and a half, because like sometimes it's a lot easier to read them like by myself because both of them are so busy. So sometimes I read them by myself, but majority of the time I like having them with me. But if I need to lock in, I'll lock in. Like if I need to read them, I'll read them.
Okay.
Like all of them by myself. And then after I read them, I go to them and I'm like, here's my list. Like, here's who I have. And then if one of them says, like Bucky or Pearl say like, oh, I don't like this person, like I'll give them a chance. Then I'll be like, okay, we'll put them on the list just to give them a chance. But if they say no, it's a no. So I always ask them first. And if they say list looks good, it's fine. Then I go into the members only chat that we have because we don't want the trials to see what we're like saying and stuff. Not anything bad. But obviously we don't have trials then, but I just put it there just in case, like when we do get the trials, they'll see it. But I send out the list to them and I give them like 48 hours to like just come back to me with their input on somebody. And then if all is good with everybody in the club, like everybody has to be 100% okay. So then we send out the list. Like it might take like 2 days. Like it depends like when all the members can like react and like say like, oh, looks good to me, looks great, like all good. But if someone is uncomfortable with someone, first I'll ask why, and then go from there.
Okay, but how many people is in your club right now? I'm sorry.
42. So like majority when we get applications open, there's like 40 or like 35. So like we have 15 spots open. So like those 35 people, you know, they need to have a say. So like everybody has a say of who gets in.
So you keep your members also really engaged.
Yeah, like they have to decide like who gets in, because like they're also like a part of like their journey with the trials and stuff, because they have to like, you know, mentor them, all that stuff. I mean, I didn't want to spoil what we do because you asked me about our whole joining process. Yeah, they're like a part of like the whole thing. So like they obviously have to be okay with who we accept.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like sometimes it's a little chaotic, but it's okay. Yeah, so like when people apply, like we want that detail and stuff with them. So like again, it's obviously it's mostly a majority about space. Like we can't accept everybody, unfortunately. So after the announcement goes out, this is like the cutest thing ever. I love it so much. There's sometimes like a meetup like in game of like applicants and like members, and they go in the open server call and they wait for like the announcement to come out. And it's like the cutest thing ever. It's like I feel like I'm like watching a TV show. Like I'm like the host, and like the host comes out and everyone's like screaming on call. But it's because like, some people in the call get in and some don't. So it's like bittersweet. But I think the call is like the cutest thing ever. So that happens. And then after the announcement goes out, Bucky, Pearl, and I, we split numbers of like who we send the invites out to. We all get like, let's just say 6 people each, and like we assign who we get. So it's kind of like a list. So we do by numbers. So like I get the first 6, Bucky gets the next 6 to 10, and then Pearl gets 10 to 15, and we just do that. So it's a lot easier. And they join the trial server. So we have the trial server that's just me and my high ranks, and then the trials and the waitlist. Like sometimes we have waitlists. So the waitlist is like when they get accepted, they do the same thing as trials, but if they don't, like if a trial leaves the club like while on trial, then the next person on the waitlist spot gets the trial spot, so like they're automatically a trial. So the waitlist kind of like, it's just a waiting game. Like you don't know if you're gonna get a spot or not. But if they don't get a spot, and sometimes we have like, let's just say we're like 2 over the limit, so like let's just say we have 52 in total if we accepted everybody plus the waitlist, so like 52 in total of like waitlist and trials. then sometimes the waitlist will get accepted. They just have to wait for like an in-game spot. So like they're still with us, but they just gotta wait until like someone gets kicked out or someone leaves to get that in-game spot. So like very much like varies of like if they get in or not. So they all join the trial server, and we have interviews at least the day after everybody's in. We just wait for everyone to get in, and then everyone gets their roles in the open server, and then everyone's set. And then we used to have interviews with like just the high ranks and everybody, but everybody in the club like wants to meet the trials like so bad that they don't judge you or anything, but they just listen in. Like everyone comes in the open server into interview call, and we go one by one with the trials and the waitlist. They both get asked the same questions. So everybody who's listening in, including the members, have the input of like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to meet them. Like they sound so nice and all that. So interviews take like 2 days. It depends like how many people we have again. And after that, we send the invite to the closed server out in like waves of 6. So like first 6 join, wait a day, next 6 join, wait a day. So like we're not like flooding the closed server. And then once everybody's in the closed server, including like all the trials and waitlists, that's the day like their trial officially starts. So their trial is at least 2 weeks. Sometimes it's 3. Sometimes I have to extend it to 3 or like a month, but it just depends on my schedule. And once they're in, they are assigned to a trial buddy. So that's basically like a mentor kind of thing. So like a person like you're gonna hang out with, like they'll help you with any questions and stuff. So it's all randomized, picked. So everybody gets a trial buddy. And when trial buddies are picked, like everything's settled down, and we have instructors teaching the trials obviously first. Like I always take the first trial practice, like it's always me, and then I'll hand it over to my instructors, but just to get them a feel of like how we teach things, like, and all that. So after the trial process and the trial buddies and all that stuff, trial graduation comes around. It's like one of our favorite things to do. I just make up random speeches. And we used to play wedding music as I walk down the aisle with the trial buddy, but now we just do random music. Like Pearl just picks random like music. Like one time she did like My Little Pony as someone walked down, or like Little Einsteins or something. It was great. So now like that's a tradition.
Oh my god,
So
I love that.
just child grads are so much fun. And like I would have clubs reach out to me and say, hey, like, can we take the trial grad idea? Like, can we use it for our club? I'm like, of course, like use it. Like that's what it's for.
Yeah,
so
of
like
course.
Fairy Hooves does it now. Like a few other clubs do it now, and it's so cute.
So you have a whole ceremony basically in your club.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, so like after they're in, and it's just like a whole like 2-week process. I think like they're having so much fun that like we're having so much fun meeting them. Like after trial grad, we're like, oh my gosh, like they're actually finally here, and we don't have to worry about like them anymore, but like if they have to leave, like that's just like the whole process.
Yeah, of course. And how many events do you have per week? You wanted to ask that earlier.
So right now we just have our calendar spread out, so like it really depends on the calendar. But for March or February, I think we only had like 7 days off in the whole month. Like I think
Oh my god, okay.
every other day was an event. So it just depends like who can take what, but that's also because we had the trial instructors on trial, like the instructors on trial. So there was like 6-7 instructors in total rather than 4 we have now. So like that's because it was so packed. But right now, it really depends. Like if they have to cancel, like that's fine. It's like we don't have an event. But for a monthly meeting this month, we're gonna like actually set it to like a certain day. So like we might do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, or like Tuesday, you know, like we're gonna have to like pick the days out. So like we don't have to have a calendar anymore. Like we'll still have it, but you know, we'll set it to like, oh, you have these days events and these days off, instead of like having like you got to check the calendar for like, oh, we have this day and this day and this day. But like,
so you are pretty busy. Depends. You basically have a lot of events, right?
Yeah, and like we try to do a lot more than like on the game, like Roblox game nights, like other stuff. But members aren't like required to make those days like in a row. Like they're obligated to make at least like 8 events per month, like 8 per month. So like because we have so much, they're never obligated to like come to all of them.
Oh, yeah, of course. What are the events like? What kind of events do you have?
We have flat shows, we do drill, like it's just for fun. Like these aren't like teams. Roblox events.
Okay, so you're more hangout club than like competitive club.
Yeah, like we do dressage probably every 3 times a week. So like we still do it, but we're kind of dying. Like sometimes we have a full week of events and not dressage, like because it's like so burnt out sometimes. So like we're like, I never say we're like an elite dressage club because we're not competitive, we're not elite, like we're just dressage based, but like we also do other stuff on the side. Like I don't think people realize that. Like if you want to join us, we're not going to be competing and stuff and like
So
and stuff.
you
Like,
don't you don't like competing?
no, but I feel like we would do like a small competition someday.
In
Like I
in
feel
between
like a small,
like members, right? Or no?
yeah, like inside the club, or like
Yeah,
just a
yeah.
small community like outside. Like it's so fun to do sometimes, but we're not like very highly competitive.
Okay. Why is that? Like, is it just like you don't like doing that, or do you have, I don't know, you don't like the competitive communities that hold this, or if it's not personal, of course.
I just like, this is obviously my opinion.
Yeah.
Competing
Yeah.
competing can be like really fun to some people, but if we want a competition, like we would be really happy, but we wouldn't like be like over the top, be like, oh my gosh, we need to do the next one. Like we would just be like, oh my gosh, we did that, like that's accomplished, and we're like set with that.
Yeah, I get it. I
but
get it.
I feel like because SSD and like those big, like they're so big now that I feel like they're too big for my liking. Like they're too big for my members' liking. Like I feel like if we did a competition, it would be like in such a small community, like with each other, or like, you know, like inside the club, or like just
No,
with
I get it.
someone,
I completely respect
with
that.
another, nothing against SSD or April or anything. I think she does an outstanding job.
Yeah.
But it's so much for me to handle, and I think it's so much for my members to handle that.
So
they just don't
your
wanna do it, like,
members
they don't wanna do it.
your members probably have the same mindset, right? They also agree with that they don't like really competing.
Well, I mean, the people who want to compete join teams. Like they
Oh
join,
yeah. Okay.
like they can join teams, but I remind people, like, just to be clear, like when you apply, like we are not a competitive club. Like we rarely do competitions. So like the only thing we're focusing on is dressage, teaching you, and then maybe we'll do fun comps like inside the club, but like nothing huge. But I think it's because like there's so much stress that goes into like school and stuff and in real life stuff that you come home and you're like, oh, I got to get on for practice because we have a competition coming up in the game. And there's so many takes and so many things you have to do, which sound really fun. But also, if you're doing it nonstop,
it's like, exhausting.
It's probably very exhausting and very stressful, but that just depends on your club's mindset. So a TT, I know, they do it. So like they're fine. Who else did it? Pink Queen's Legacy, they do it. But like they also do stuff for like themselves. So like they do like routines like for their ranks, and that's great. Which probably helps them ease their mind and like competing. But I just think that it's so big that it's just a game. Like you don't need to be accomplished for like winning competitions in a game. Like you can if that's your mindset, which is great. But like you don't have to be set forward with that. So.
Yeah, I get it. I completely agree. I have the same mindset, kind of.
Yeah, right.
Okay, so one thing I also really wanted to know is basically, okay, you have a really big community, as you already said, and as we've already noticed, but like you actually engage with your members a lot. As I can see, you ask them, I mean, about applications, you know, and about that stuff. But like, is, you know, what every interviewer wants to ask about drama, you know. Was there any drama in your club of any kind sometimes, and how do you deal with that?
There's been like breakouts with like 2 members sometimes, but like there's never like a huge fight. Like there's never like 3 or more people, so like it's always like a friend zone kind of thing.
Okay.
And like there's so many clubs that like have that big drama.
Yeah.
I think it's because like we all get like there's many different like age groups. I would say like we're from like I think 16 to like over 20.
Yeah.
And 15 to over 20, like there's minors, you know. And I feel like because we're like, even if we're different in age, like we all get along, which is really like nice to see. And I think that's really rare. Like people like get along with like minors and stuff like adults.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can be a little bit hard because like we accept 15-year-olds, but like now whenever I'm looking at applications, I usually look for 15 and up, like nobody less, because like obviously age limit's 13, but I
Yeah, of
never look
course.
through for anybody under 16 or 15. Nothing like to them, it's just like because we're growing and we're maturing and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course, of course.
But we had this like one incident between like two members, and like we had to kick one of them.
Oh,
And then
really?
the other one left like a while after, because she wanted a new change, which is fine. That person was like a high rank and stuff. This is like over like 3 years ago, but that was like the most biggest fight I think we've ever had, which was between those two. But other than that, I think like just disagreements happen sometimes, but like the disagreements like don't last. Like
And
they
they're
just
normal.
disagree, and then yeah, normal opinions, and then it just stops.
Yeah, okay, that is good. I mean, it's really hard to control that big community, and that is actually really cool that you basically don't have dramas, you don't, because nowadays when we talk in the past about communities, I think community is really toxic right now, and that is actually like a really big thing that you don't have any dramas of any kind, which is really cool.
Yeah, no, it's really nice. I think that it's because like I don't know, I just think it's because like the only time we like never have those big kind of fights, and I think that's what really helps. Someone has like a bad background, or like they've done stuff in the past but like apologized for it. Like we've had a recent member who came with us and they've done like some bad stuff in the past, but because nobody else gave them a chance,
You
they
decided
did.
to.
Like they accepted them, but like they realized that like, oh, this happened, and they kicked them out. We wanted to like give them a chance because I also known them for a while, and like we would talk like on the side, like without, and hang out without being in a club. And like this has happened many times, like someone would have a bad past and we were like, give them a chance, and if they don't make it, they don't make it. But if they do, people will like look at you and be like, that's bad on you. I'm like, that's your opinion.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if they
yeah, yeah.
apologized and stuff and like they moved on, it's your choice to accept them or not, and like see if they've changed. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, that is true. That is true. I mean, I'm all up for giving someone a second chance, basically.
Yeah, like I think that's if they deserve a second chance, and they get one. If they don't deserve a second chance, then they don't get one. It
I
just
agree.
depends.
I agree completely. Okay, I want to return back a little bit to, controlling that big club and everything. So, if you could say, like, what is like the hardest part of controlling that big club or having that big club?
Oh boy. I think for me, like I am a huge people pleaser. So for me, it's really, really hard to get everybody on the same page, everyone happy with my choice, and just everybody like, okay, like this is what we're doing. But it's still hard on me when someone does disagree with me and they're like upset about it, or like because I'm making a choice, and like it's their choice if they want to like be respectful or not, and they don't have to be, like that's their opinion, and everyone's valid to their own opinion and to speak up and stuff. But I think the hardest thing is like I can't make everybody happy, and I think that's like something I've struggled with for like so many years, because I just want to make everybody satisfied, and if someone isn't satisfied, I like go to them and ask them like, hey, like are you okay? But like if they aren't, they should like come and tell me. I think that's another thing, is like communication wise,
Yeah.
like so many people don't communicate with owners and stuff. So if someone ever comes to Bucky or Pearl with an issue, they'll straight away say, go tonight, like don't come to me. Like if it's not a big deal, like you can come to them. But if it's something that like about the club or something that you need input on, like you have to come to me. Like there's been so many like miscommunications that happen, but it happens. Like it's not a bad thing.
It's a common thing, basically.
Yeah, very common, because like people are scared to speak up. But like I've reminded people like, oh, like I'm not going to be angry at you, but if you have an opinion, like obviously I'm going to read it and take it accountable, because like that's what you do. But just making everybody like on the same page and happy, I've struggled with like a long time.
Of course.
And I think that's probably like my biggest struggle, is like making everybody happy, keeping everybody on their toes, and like
yeah, but
like,
that is basically never gonna happen. You never can't
yeah,
you
like,
satisfy
I'm never
everyone.
And that's fine. Like I've learned that, and that's fine. Like people also, because of our social media, they expect like such high expectations for us, because on our social media, like we're perfect. Like I don't like messing up our social media. But then inside the club, like we don't do hard dressage, like we're not competitive. We sometimes get burnt out at dressage. Like sometimes we have more events in the month than we do dressage. Like, and people are like, oh, so you're like a hangout club. I'm like, yeah, sometimes.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
we
yeah,
just
yeah.
don't want to do dressage, and sometimes even if we say we're dressage based, like who knows, maybe someday we'll switch to like a hangout club because we're so like everyone's so
Yeah,
burnt out
yeah.
of the game, or like we're so like I'm older now and stuff, or get older.
Yeah, of course.
And I think it's because like I have such high expectations for the club because people look at us on social media as a high expectation club when you join us. And like that's fine, like people have different opinions, but we've had people come in and be like, oh, this wasn't
Yeah,
what I was
what I
expecting.
sign up for. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm like, that's fine, but like social media is also different than,
Yeah, of course.
a
I mean,
club,
on
like because
social media, you need to be kind of professional, right? I mean, if
yeah, like you
you,
can't
yeah, you
we
can
can't
be
mess
like,
up, like.
yeah, 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 basically.
And it's good to show like we show bloopers and stuff sometimes because we want other people to see like we're also goofy, like we're not also serious all the time. And like sometimes we just like we're not strict, like with dressage and stuff like that. We're not, if someone messes up, we're not gonna
Yeah,
like yell at them. We'll be like, okay, that's okay, like try again.
yeah,
And if like sometimes our gaps aren't the best and stuff like that, I'm like that's fine. Like
yeah,
we're
yeah,
not,
yeah.
like if you're coming here to learn, sometimes like that's not what we
Yeah, I get
stand by.
it.
Like sometimes we're so burnt out of dressage that like our instructors don't want to teach, and then we have events instead. And like I
Yeah,
just
I
think
get it.
because of our high expectations on social media, like we're not, like we're high expectation, like we're expected high rates, like which is fine.
Do you feel pressure about that, like about being,
I mean,
yeah,
like I've learned to just accept it because like like we're not going to be the same as like open doors than we are in closed doors, because like it's a community that we have and like we've built. Like we're very quiet. Like we want to have events and stuff like that, but as someone who's like I would love to do more collabs. Like we're going to this summer. Like I made a promise to myself. I'm like, we're going to do more open events and be part of the community more, put ourselves out there. But we're very like, I think we're so close knit with each other that it's so hard to like open up about like
yeah,
going
I
to
get it.
collabs and going to open events because we're scared of like being ourselves around strangers.
Yeah, I get
And
it.
like
Because maybe,
like
yeah, yeah.
they're supporters, but like it's scary. And like I feel like that's something that I've just had to learn. Like when people come, I always tell them at the voice interviews, like, I'm just letting you know, if you read the whole application process, at the bottom it says don't apply if you don't want to be a part of like if you want to be a part of a competitive club. This is not for you. Like this club is not for you, so please don't join. If you want to compete all the time and like be just like a professional dressage rider, like don't come, because like we're so laid back that like we're not
Which
like
is
that. But we're
fine.
but
Which is fine.
yeah, but I feel like because like of our popularity on social media, people expect like, oh
People
my gosh,
think.
such a cool dressage club,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is
yeah,
it's
yeah,
fine.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
We do it on a basis, but like we don't do it enough that like, oh, we're professional at it. Like we
Yeah,
don't need
yeah,
to
I get
be.
it. I completely, yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course, of course. I mean, I think I love hangout clubs. To be honest.
Yeah, no, I think they're so much fun. Like, but we still do dressage, so we're still obviously dressage based because that's what we're trying to focus on. But if we do events and sometimes like that's fine too. Like I feel like people need to realize like we're not hardcore dressage geeks.
Wait, and in your past clubs, were you more like dressage? Like in every your past club that you owned, you were like, okay, in this criteria as some force, right? Or did you like own, I don't know, professional, really, I don't know, dressage club?
No, it was never.
Oh, it was never
It
like
was never.
competitive. Uh-huh.
No, like we
Uh-huh,
never
okay.
competed and stuff. Like we never, like I didn't teach very like new moves all the time. Like sometimes I would like put it in there or something, but like the practices would be like just really laid back, and like people would come and learn like 2 to 1 like new move a day, or like when we had it, but they wouldn't learn so much.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, okay, okay. I understand, okay. So basically, okay, did owning some force affected you as a person? Or changed you
mean
as a person?
For the game or like in real life?
No,
Like
in
both,
real life,
or,
in
like-
real life, in real life.
I mean, I've always been someone who can like, like read people's faces. So like
Yeah.
I'm always someone who can be like, oh, if they have an odd day, I can tell. Like they don't need to tell me. Like I can just see it. And I'm someone who like, it's weird because like I love helping other people. But I feel like that's really hard like on myself to like give me that courage to like ask for help and stuff, like in school and stuff. And like like on a daily basis. But I feel like because like if I don't want to open up to somebody in real life, I can come to my club, you know, like I can come and like talk to them about it. Like that's why we have the venting. We have hotline informations in our closed server, like all the hotlines for mental health, suicide awareness, etc. Because like we want people to like know that like they can call and like they can have a safe space here to like express themselves. So I feel like since I've owned SF, I feel like I know myself as like I'm gonna be a business owner. Like I feel like I can know that like I can control people, I can work with people in real life. Like I feel like I'm gonna be like somewhere in business. I have to be, and if I'm not, I'll work for someone of a business and then be promoted or something. Like I feel like I'm gonna be someone who like likes to take charge.
So it helped you a lot in let's say business era.
Yeah, and like it would like because I was gonna write like my college essay on my club, and everyone would be like, that's an odd thing to write about because it's not like the same thing as owning a business in real life, which is because like I don't get paid for this. Like obviously,
but
like,
it's
if I
the
run a
same.
business in real life, I'm gonna be like taxes and stuff and like all that stuff. So I understand it's a little different, but to be able to like, work with people,
similar. Yeah, you need to control people kind of. I mean, I know that's maybe a rough thing to say, but like you kind of do need to control your events, do need to control schedules. Like you need to have everything scheduled, you need to adapt to stuff. You have your staff basically who kind of works for you. You have like, it is kind of a job.
Yeah, and like it like I'll come home, as I said, from school, and I'll hop on the game and be like, oh, I have an event, and then I'm like, oh, I need to go, and then I'm like, gosh, I've had such a long day, because I don't want the club like events to feel like any chores. You want to make sure that like you're not burning yourself out. So I think it's definitely taught me a lot about like reading people, working with the community, like working with staff and stuff like that. Like even if it's different because it's only online, I feel like it's so much similar than like people think, and I think like it's really helped me with that.
So you can say you learned some business skills, some planning skills and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, and I feel like I'm a lot more open. Like sometimes I'm really shy like around a group of people like that I don't know. Like once I warm up, like I feel like because I'm so used to talking to a group of people every day, like it's helped me come out of my like comfort zone a little bit, like in real life too. On this game in real life, like I feel like I can talk to people more and open up. Like I just think it's like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're shy now, to be honest. I think I really like talking with you, to be honest.
No, it's like I'll like open up and be like, hey, like let's talk, like let's get to know each other, because I really like when someone asks me questions and like I ask them back. It's not just me asking them like all the time. I feel like I like having friendships that's like, oh, like you also want to get to know me.
Yeah.
But I feel like I've also just my comfort zone has like expanded because of that. I feel like it's a lot more open.
And wait, was there a moment like in your life that you looked back at your club and you were like, wow, I created this? Or you were like, I mean, I did create this. You know, it was like, you know, I think you were more like, I created this, you know, more like a casual type of person.
I mean, I'm turning 20 in January, so it's like I'll have this club for, if I keep it, like, I don't think it's going anywhere, but I'll have it for 6 years in November of this year already. And like, oh gosh, I was 14, 15, 16, 17. Yeah, I was 14 when I made it. So I feel like I've grown like so much as a person since like obviously my early teen years, and like this club has got like, I literally had a member get engaged yesterday, and I've known her she's been in the club for 3 years. Like she went through college with us. Like
oh my god, that is so cute, you know, when you look at it, basically, that you grow with people.
Yeah, we've had a few people get engaged, like, as we go on, get married
oh my god.
And it's so cool, because, like, they're adults, and, like, the younger members are, like, so happy for them, like, even if they don't know them that well.
Oh
my
god.
Like, oh my gosh, like, you're old enough to be engaged. So I was, like, so happy for this person, because, like, she's one of my best friends. And I was like, oh my gosh, she just got engaged, like, finally. Like, she's been with her
oh my god, that is so cute.
Her now fiance for like so long. But like I feel like my younger self would be like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe like this happened. Like I've met so many amazing people. Like I've like come and go, and like I've found such a joy in like owning and like meeting new people and like sticking with the people that I have. It's like, it's crazy to think that like
so basically you are proud that you created the whole community.
Yeah, like why wouldn't I be? Like it's just
of course,
crazy. Like I've had help, of course. Like I've had help. But like my club would always say like it's like all because of you, and I'm like, yeah, but like you guys helped me. Like it's not like we wouldn't be a community without like you guys and like the supporters and stuff. So like I think my 14-year-old self would be like
Yeah, oh my god.
really, 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 really like shocked.
Wow. Okay, I wanted to know if do you have like inspiration from like do you get inspired by someone?
You mean like for my club or just in general?
Just
Like,
maybe in general, because like in general, but in game.
oh, okay. Not really, but
Okay,
like, I have
I
so
don't
many
know
people.
why did I
No,
ask that the most
no, no, no.
popular?
It's fine. It's I feel like I know so many like big creators and stuff like back in 2000 like 20, yeah, I don't know, 21, 22, when that post did come out with like the fun, like the horse in the sky and stuff, when I was telling about the Halloween. Crystal Hockley and I got like close then, you know, like the artist Cries, etc. And we talk on and off now because she's so MIA, but like her and I were like, she made our surprise logo for us around 3.5 years ago. She made it
Wait,
for
who?
me as
Crystal?
like a,
Crystal.
yeah, Crystal Hockley.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I know her. Yeah, of course.
She made our like we had a logo for a long time because of her, because she made it for us for free, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is like amazing. So I mean, like, I know creators, but I don't think I didn't take any inspiration from
Yeah, I get it.
like
Okay.
at the time.
Okay. Okay. So a funny question. If
sure.
your club was a brand, what would
no.
would its slogan be?
You mean a slogan as like a quote or like a logo? Like I feel like,
Let's do both.
oh Lord. I feel like as a logo, we would do our seal pet, Harry. Because
Okay.
he's our mascot. And then I feel like for a slogan, like a quote, oh gosh. I don't know if you know the song, Never Gonna Give You Up. It's like a really old
Oh
song.
yeah, of course I know. Yeah, I know.
I think we would do that, like Never Gonna Give You Up, because when we put the song on, whenever anyone's doing something and we put the song come on, like, you know, like the first beats of the song, we stop what we're doing, and then when the chorus goes like Never Gonna Give You Up, or like,
Yeah,
Never
never.
Gonna Lay Down,
Yeah, of course I know.
we
Yeah.
just like break out in dance parties. So like whatever we're doing, like if we're doing a dressage practice and someone puts the song on, we have to stop what we're doing and like dance to that part of the song. So I feel like we would do that as like our slogan and our logo, like just for fun. Like I feel like there's a lot of other stuff I could say for our slogan, but I think that's a good one because I don't want to embarrass my own club and our inside jokes. So I think we can do. I think that one's good. I think we would totally do that.
And wait, do you have like a favorite? I mean, you probably have in these 5 years. You probably have like a favorite memory with your club. But if you could say, I mean, you have probably more of them. But if you could say like your one favorite memory, the best,
Oh boy.
the most, I don't know what favorite memory. Yeah.
Oh gosh.
If you have one.
I mean, I have so many.
No. I know, but like the favorite. I mean, not the favorite.
I feel
but,
like one,
yeah.
like not a favorite, but like one of them. Like every time my mom comes and like wants to command a dressage practice, it's chaotic. Like,
oh my
she
god,
doesn't know what she's doing. So like she'll come back. She hasn't come back in a while, but like the first time she did it, it was like 2 years ago. But it was so funny, and. Like she didn't know what we were doing, but like my members were like, "What is she doing?" I'm like, "I don't know." Like she didn't say go. Like she doesn't know what she's doing. So, like that's always chaotic. But then I feel like our anniversaries and stuff are always like so sweet, and like our trial grads are just so much fun, and like just the game nights, like there's so much that's like there's so much fun. Like it's so hard to pick like just like one. But like those are like just all my favorite. Like it's so hard to pick just one.
I wanted to ask you, okay, I saw that your idol is the singer, right?
Oh my god, don't even remind me.
Yeah. That's your wife? Okay, wait,
she doesn't know it yet.
She doesn't know yet. Okay.
No.
You're secretly married, but she doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, yep.
So she is probably your inspo in life, right?
Oh yes, I love her so much. I think I'm gonna see her in concert. Again.
Wait, did you go to her concert? Oh yeah, you did.
I went to the Jingle Ball, like last year, or like a few months ago during Christmas time. It was my first one, and she was starring, and I was like, Mom, this lineup is too good. Like, we need to go. So we were like, okay. So now we might go again to the Jingle Ball, but if she isn't on there, I might not go. So I might just buy a ticket if her show isn't sold out in New York City yet. But I was like, Mom, can I just like take out my savings and like go to the pit? Like, I just want to go in the pit to like Gracie Abrams, and she's like, you have to ask your dad. I'm like, okay. So I might just take like $1,500 out of my savings and go to her concert in July if we're not traveling. But yes, I literally like, I love her music so much. Like, she got me through like my breakup and like a few months. Like, not even that. Like, I've like followed her along for like 2.5 years, but like I never would say anything because like, you know, I wanted to keep it private. And then I was like, oh my gosh, like she got a new album out and like all that stuff, and it was crazy. So yeah,
I listen to her music. I like her a lot.
I know, she's perfect. Like, I can't.
And wait, do you have any more idols, or is just her?
I love Noah Kahan. I love him. He's great. His music is very like powerful and meaningful. Like he has one of like my favorite song like ever. And then it's like top 3, you know, like I can't pick. But I also like love musicals. So like I love The Greatest Showman. I've seen Hamilton. Like, I love Dear Evan Hansen is like my favorite movie of all time. Honestly, like just musicals, movies, anything. I don't know if you can count that as like an inspiration, but totally. And my mom, of course.
Okay, yeah, of course. So yeah, you have. I love that you have a good connection with your mom. That I think it's really really important.
Oh, for sure.
My mom is also like my best friend.
I know, that's what they're supposed to be.
And wait, if you could like describe yourself simply in a few words, how would you describe yourself?
I would say like if I went to a party and there are like kids and everybody there, I would hang out with the grown adults. Like, I would go to their table and talk with them. Like, I'm such like I love adults. Like, I just love being because I feel like they're so like less judgmental than
I
mean
your
age.
We are.
So, yeah, right. Like, what does the world come to? And I'm very like shy meeting like other kids my age at first. Like, I'm very quiet, and like I only want to meet someone if they like, it might seem like kind of stupid, but like they have to ask me like, how are you? Like, what's your name? Like, where are you from? Like, they have to ask me first sometimes, because then I'll be like, oh, they're not interested.
I get it.
And then trying to like describe myself.
I mean, you also ride horses in your life, okay? You forgot about that.
I do that.
Wait, do you have your own horse?
I don't. I wish. I'll probably get one in my 20s, I hope. In my late middle 20s, I really want one.
Saw that horse you ride all the time, the Pinto horse? No, paint horse.
Yeah. I don't ride him right now. But I still ride like 3 days a week on another horse. So like I go up to the barn 3 days a week and work out the other 2 days of the week. So like I'm in such a routine. So the only times I have off are like Saturday and Sunday. Like, I love being in a routine. And like, even though it's exhausting sometimes, I feel like I need to get this done. Like, if it's not a part of my routine, like I don't like it, because I don't like change. Like, change is really hard for me to adapt. I'm very organized when like I have to be. Like, if it's something I'm very passionate about, I'll stay organized. And like, if it's something like I was not the best at school. Like, I'm like a C or a higher student. Like, I'm not. I get like C's or B's. Like, I was never like a top A, but I'm graduating, so like that's what counts, right?
Yeah, that is true.
I feel like I'm very passionate about like what I want to talk about. So like, if it's something that I'm really passionate about, like I'll go on for hours and hours and hours and hours and talk about it. Like, you just have to give me a topic that I'm interested in, and then I'll never stop talking.
Okay, but that is good. Like, for a club owner, I think that is a good thing, to be honest.
Yeah, and if like I have a general opinion, I'll be like, okay, here's my opinion, and then I'll yap for like an hour and a half.
Yeah, I'm the same, girl. When someone asks me something, so I can relate to that.
Yeah, right.
Okay, but wait. Horse riding. How long have you been horse riding?
I've been riding since I was 5. So an original, because I started it, was to help with my posture and my spine.
Oh yeah, that is true. That it helps a lot.
So
yeah.
My mom wanted me to like get horse riding to get my posture. It's so weird because when I walk and stuff, my shoulders are never back. Like, my posture is so bad when I'm sitting down.
But
like,
when you're riding,
my shoulders like hunched. I'm hunching down.
No, same.
When I'm riding, like, it hurts, but like I'm so straight. as like a pogo stick. I feel like sometimes I'm too straight, like sitting up. And then when I'm off, I'm like, oh my God, like I try to like go back to my old posture.
Yeah.
But like it's so weird. It's so weird. So yeah, I've moved a lot like in the past like years of my life. So like we've moved to like 4 different states in the past like 19 years. So like it's been crazy. So like everywhere I went, I would ride. Like there wouldn't be a barn that I would not ride at. So the only time I took a break was during COVID. And then I recently got back into riding at this new barn like 2.5, 3 years ago, I think. But yeah, it's like when I go to college, like I have to ride. I can't not ride.
Yeah,
But,
of
like,
course.
I need to have that in my routine. I want a horse when I'm older, so like I need to, get ready for that and stuff.
Yeah, and wait, do you also jump?
Right now, it's not like my full-on focus because I'm legally blind in real life. So when I jump and stuff, I don't have any peripheral vision.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so jumping is a little bit scary because if I get the wrong distance, you're down, you're gone, and like if I can't look,
Oh my
like, I have to
God,
turn
I'm so
my head.
sorry about that. Yeah.
I have to like turn my head, Like,
yeah, I'm
like
sorry.
when you have peripheral vision, you don't have to turn your head. Like you have to turn your head. So like I can't drive either. So like I feel like horse riding, like I do a lot. I love dressage. Like I love doing flat. Flat is so much fun. But I feel like I just want to take it slow to like jump again because I used to 10 years ago maybe I used to jump but not very high. I would do it.
Congratulations that you still were jumping and
yeah. So I really want to get back into it, but like very slow, like a very slow process.
And wait, if you could say one thing that people don't know about you, what it is?
I'm a triplet in real life. So
triplets.
I have 2 brothers, but like I'm a triplet. Like, people don't realize like I have 2 brothers.
So basically you have 2 brothers, and they wait. I wanted to ask older. What the hell? But they are basically the same age. Yeah.
We're like a minute apart. Yeah.
Yeah. And wait, are you like hanging out with them? I mean, are you in a good connection with your brothers?
I think we'll grow closer in our 20s, but right
now,
okay.
Okay.
They have each other because they're both boys. And I just have me and my mom.
I get it. I get it.
And our dad, but like I'm the lonely girl of the bunch of the family. I think we'll grow closer. Like we are close. We talk to each other here and there. But like when they go off to college in like August, I'll be alone in the house, and I feel like that's gonna hit me harder than expected. But I'll be fine. I think they'll be fine. No, they're totally gonna miss me. Like just wait.
Of course they will. They will.
I'm also like 5'1", so I'm very short.
Oh yeah. She told me she's very short. So
I'm very short.
In real life, it would be so funny.
I would literally be probably like a headrest for you.
I love small people. Oh my God, they're so cute.
I just want to be the average height, man. I just want to be 5'5". Like, please.
If you could organize an open event, but in real life, what would it be? For your club, of course. Yeah.
Like just for my club?
Yeah. Just for your members.
So we've had inside thing of like we would get a yellow shirt like merch and we would meet in like Central Park of New York City. So we would probably go to New York City, and I would guess we would probably go to walk around the park and then, go get a nice breakfast. I don't know where. Then we would have the grown adults who can actually drive, carpool everybody, go somewhere, like for fun, like go to like amusement park, somewhere super fun, and they would like carpool. I just feel like that would be so much fun, like us going to like amusement park and then you would go out to dinner after, like a picnic or something. I feel like that would be like so relaxing and so much fun, which you never know. Maybe we will do that someday. You never know.
Wow, amazing. And wait. Do you know any of your members in real life?
I met an old member like a few years ago. But I just found out that like one of my members lives like 2 hours away from me, so she can come down if she wants. So we've been like trying to plan that out when she's like less busy. But it's so hard because like I live in the middle of nowhere and like so many people are like scattered out.
Yeah, I can relate.
I've had like old members like meet up, but like I've never met with anyone I have in the club now. But like I've met like older members, but like that was from 2 years ago. But hopefully meet more. It's just like it's hard because like I can't drive or anything. So like I would totally go in like a heartbeat. Someday.
What advice would you give to someone who wants to build a club or grow a following like yours?
I would say just have a lot of patience because things like this like don't happen overnight. And remember to I'm just going to say this first. Don't take this personally for anyone who's watching, but like club owning is not for everybody. Like you're going to figure that out in the long run. Like it's not going to be for everybody. And if you think that it's like you're trying and it's just not working in like over a year, then like you probably have figured out that like club owning isn't for you, and that's like that's totally okay. Like it's not everybody's cup of tea. Like not everyone can do it. But advertising and getting everything out there and like staying organized and patient is like such a high key thing that you should learn, because it's just, you have to have so much patience. Like we didn't hit it off until like on Instagram, like until like 3 years after we were created, and it took us so long. But like if you keep trying and keep going, like it will 100% happen to you if it's like meant to be, you know. Like just advertise, try your best, don't give up so easily, because like things will happen and things will, you know, good things will come if you just let it happen and just go with the flow and advertise, have patience, and just have fun. Like don't make this like a chore that you have to have like a good club. Just try your best and just go for it. Like go for your personal best. Just try.
Well, this was a pleasure. I had a blast, and I'm really excited and happy that we got to know you a little bit, and your club and yourself. So basically, yeah, thank you so much for accepting our invite. I'm honored that I finally met you. Yeah, thank you so much for taking like 3 hours of your schedule, because I can say you're a really busy lady. Yeah, but I hope it was worth it.
Oh no, totally. Like I loved it so much. Thank you. I don't think I said anything wrong or anything, and if I did, people can come at me for it, but it was really early in the morning when we started, so
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it's fine. I'm just gonna say I was sleep deprived.
But okay, we managed that. We managed that, and I'm really excited
Oh,
and
of course,
happy.
of course. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. I had like so much fun.
Yeah, thank you so much. And everyone else, stay tuned for the next episodes. Bye.